Nenagh Hospital was constructed in 1936 to deal with the medical needs of people in North Tipperary and the surrounding areas. It plays a vital role in the lives of Nenagh people, providing essential medical services and also employment. The hospital is managed by the Health Service Executive, and as a part of a cost-cutting exercise, it was decided to shut down the 24-hour accident and emergency services at Nenagh, sending after-hours emergency cases to Limerick General Hospital. On the 31st of January 2009, a rally was held in the GAA complex at Gertland Row to discuss the A&E closure.
Friends, our hospital is critical, absolutely critical to our lives. This is about more than just a hospital though, friends. It is about quality of a life for you, for me, for our children and all of our families in North Tipperary.
The HSE plans are highly dangerous to all the people of Nenagh and North Tipperary. They are unworkable and unsafe.
Now, I, like all of you, have huge concerns. My concerns are about putting in place the infrastructure that the HSE claim they will put in place. But I have no concerns about what the proposals that they're suggesting about a better level of service. There's not a medical practitioner in this country or an expert that will say that the current system that we have at present is safer than the system that they're proposed if it was implemented in full. The reality is, things change, medical practices change and expertise change, and we need to keep changing in order to make Nenagh Hospital fully safe for everybody in our area.
This implementation of closing down Nenagh Hospital is happening, okay? As we heard, there's ads going in the papers next week, and there are certain necessary services not being advertised for. So this is happening. We have to move quick in this. What the HSE are trying to do here is implement government policy. We had John Hogan up here a few minutes ago. I still don't know whether he's for it or against it, to be quite honest with you. It's a typical Fianna Fáil cry. I'd like to ask John Hogan there. He was going on waffling about the CT scanner.
Let's have no personal attacks. Just make your statement.
Well, he was going on waffling about the CT scanner. We have a CT scanner beyond in the room for the past 2.5 years, gathering dust. The only ones that use it are the servicemen. And he's telling us we're going to be up and running in a few weeks' time. You're going around telling us that.
No, please, let's not personalise it. Just make your point. John, it's okay. Just make
Nenagh Hospital does a good job. I don't see any Mary Herneys or Maura Hoctors or John Hogans.
You won't see them.
Over in the hospital at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, see what's going on.
Oh, let's talk.
And see what we put up with. And we do a good job. We're very proud to work in it, and it should be left the way it is. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We have to look at it in the context. Well, the Minister for the Elderly is not here tonight. She has failed the elderly, she has failed Nenagh Hospital, and she has failed the people of North Tipperary. If you look at it in context, there's a scaffolding around Nenagh Castle, protecting the castle and the upgrading of that, and we have a HIPAA consultants moving in with demolition to take away the acute services from Nenagh Hospital. Where are our priorities?
On the 21st of February 2009, the Nenagh Hospital Action Group and its supporters marched from the hospital to Banba Square, where they addressed a crowd of several thousand people.
Which is that a nurse working in Limerick Hospital told me that regularly in Limerick they run out of sheets. Sheets. They run out of sheets, and what they have to do is put the stained sheets back on the bed. And I think she meant blood-stained.
At different times of my life, I was both a patient and indeed a member of staff at Nenagh Hospital. The area of accident and emergency is an area that we must deliver the best quality of care and results for patients. The greater the risk of life, the more specialised the care and attention must be. And where lives are at risk, quality of care comes before convenience of care. Practices at Nenagh Hospital have been satisfactory over the years in the area of accident and emergency. However, we have learned that the physicians that we have, and they do indeed do a good job, but they are self-governing. There are only 2 hospitals in the country, Ennis and Nenagh, where the accident and emergency physicians are self-governing. In other words, they make the decisions themselves and they are not directly linked to the senior accident and emergency consultants in Limerick. That in the long term is not sustainable. I will not stand against medical evidence that tells me otherwise, that patients' lives are at risk so long as Mr. Chairman, whether you'd like me to continue or not, I'm quite happy to do so.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ignore those who don't afford the courtesy to speak. And what I want to say is this, and if it takes me 20 minutes to say it, I will say it. What I want to say is this: before the last general election, I was very open, I was very straight, and I was very forward with the public of North Tipperary. And I told them that at that particular time, I got the impression that there was a wish that there would be a change of government in this country. I gave a commitment that if I was elected as an independent, that my first preference would be that there would be an alternative government put in place. The election was held, the political parties put their policies and put their views before the public, and the reality is that Fine Gael and Labour, which was my preferred option, simply didn't have enough of votes to form a government. Had they enough of votes, I would have supported them. Secondly, Fianna Fáil formed a government, and as an independent, I felt that I had a duty, a responsibility, an obligation to act in the best interests of the people who elected me, and that's exactly what I did. Now, could I tell some of the political activists here from the Labour Party in front of me, could I give them one little example when they talk about political hypocrisy?
I will use my position to guarantee its future. I will be always with Nenagh and for Nenagh, and that's the way it will be. Thank you.
Oh, it's going to end up as an old folks' home, in my mind. Now that's my opinion of it. I mean, Nenagh Hospital, this thing of health and safety, and they're closing it for this and they're closing for that. It was opened in 1936 and was run until now, and nobody kind of didn't do any damage to any of us. We were all born and reared in it. You know, my mum worked in it all her life as a wardsmaid in it, and I still think we need our own. Now they're going to close down Waterford and all those places and take them over into Cork and places. They're going back to the Handley, where they need 12 hospitals in Ireland, and that's it. And after that you can die on the roads.